Virgo, it's Angela. We're going to do a quick start of August reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is soul guidance. It's starts from within you. This has not very much to do with outward experiences or others in your life, unless you first, tune in to what's going on within you. And each time that we do these readings, we pull an oracle card to give us a little direction or a theme to focus on. This guidance is universal. Right now, I'm drawing in the energy of Virgo. It can apply to any of you at any given time, wherever Virgo is in your chart, or this guidance is really evergreen. So it's whenever you come upon it, it's time for you to receive it. Okay. And the oracle deck we're using is Wild Mystic. This deck is beautiful. It's based, it has a lot of animal references. Actually, every card is an animal. And then the topic goes from there. And for you, Virgo, at this time, I got sacred, and that's the starfish. So this is talking about sort of, first of all, the sacred geometry that is present in the universe at all times. But it's also kind of reminding you of our connectedness to one another, to the divine, right? Because this, just even the simplest being as a starfish, what a fascinating being, right? Like five, what, right? You know what I mean? Like there's something in that, in the presence, and it's completely driven by the divine, the creator, spirit, source, God, whatever the word you use, right? This is what we acknowledge when we're able to see the beauty in the universe and how we're all connected. We're, even in our differences, we're very similar to one another, right? It's calling for you to seek the sacred from the mundane and to recognize like the supernatural from the natural, right? It's to be able to go beyond what is, right, in the 3D world. So let's see what your tie to the sacred nature of life has in store for you, Virgo. Okay, the first starting card is postponement. So I'm wondering if some of you feel that your goals are out of reach, or the changes you've been seeking have not been coming. And if that's the case, I would advise you to stop seeking outward, right? Remember, there's a sacredness to everything in this world, everything in nature, every part of our being, every part of the way we connect with others. There's a sacredness there. And if we could tune into that, into this sort of divine guidance, instead of here I sit, I'm waiting for my changes to come and they're just not coming, right? Instead of the mind processes that go on, expand that vision a little bit into other forces in the universe that are at play and that are helping you to move forward. If you stay stuck in your mind and the thoughts that stop you from progress, that tell you, I only have to, I can only get this far if I do this, this, and that. And I can only, that's mental. Very important to have our mental acuity, but also we forget we're part of a bigger scene here. We're part of a more connected space with all beings, not just other humans, but all of nature, all of the universe within you. So this postponement, this may have some of you feeling unfulfilled. Okay, this could just be not even a goal that you're looking at, but just a general feeling of I'm not quite where I want to be spiritually, or developmentally, like in your personal life development. So there's a sense of being a feeling unfulfilled, right? Internally within you, the energy that supports this and that might start rising up for you is the creator. And this is your acknowledgement that if I'm unfulfilled, I choose the next move in order to get closer to that feeling of fulfillment. It's up to you. You are creating your life in every way. And I know people get upset when they hear I'm the creator of my experience. Then why did I, get into a car accident? Did I create that? Well, these external renditions of, my life, right? The way we see things happening, we're missing something there, because no, you didn't create a car accident. Maybe you were distracted and that happened because of that. You didn't create a person coming, bashing into your car. You didn't create that. But the energy behind it, right? And how you respond to it, right? Because life is going to keep happening, right? The crashes are going to come, the heartache's going to come, the joy's going to come. Life's going to just keep happening. It's how you rest in the center of that and how you align yourself in response to some of these things that occur. That's what you're creating. You're creating the experience, the depth of the experience, or the duration. You're creating that, right? So if I got in a car accident, some of us would say, well, okay, let me handle it. Insurance, this, that, fix the car, move on, right? You've created a path to put that behind you. And then there may be another person that gets into this car accident and it just devastates you. And I can't believe this happened. And it turns into an emotional battle, and why that's not fair. And the insurance isn't helping. That you're creating kind of a, you're staying in it. You're creating more of that feeling by focusing on kind of the lack of the situation, right? Some of you may just take it as a task. I'm just going to take care of this and it's over with. Then you're creating the next phase of your life because that's in your past. That's what it means when it says you're creating your own experience. You don't create the things that happen to you. But remember, all the things that happen to you are your opportunity to evolve, to grow. The conflicts, the joy, all of it is your opportunity to take it, work it from within, and evolve from it. So that's what that means. Okay, so the creator is your this is your internal energy. You're starting to get this, I think, for some of you. And maybe some of you have already mastered this and really get it and realize that, yeah, maybe my fulfillment isn't really here right now. Maybe I don't feel so fulfilled right now, but I know if I continue to respond with love and, this core energy of a positive mindset, I can move closer to my fulfillment than I would if I were in a place of lack. Okay, so that's that combination there. Externally, the combination of the acknowledgement of something unfulfilled and the fact that, oh, I have a choice in this and how to respond to it. The combination of those results in celebration. So you get it, right? So yeah, I may not be at my goal line, at my finish line yet, but I do know that every step of the way, I'm creating how I feel about it. And that either makes that journey toward that goal filled with ease, or filled, if I'm not focused on the positive and I'm dwelling on what doesn't feel good, then that creates a journey of unease, right? So it's up to you. And you're getting this. And the fact that you're getting this is cause for celebration. You got this. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to expect that my life is a smooth road, but along that road, if I can adapt and find ways to travel that road with the least amount of unease, then I've succeeded, right? And that's your first line there. This is kind of like where you're at now. Maybe some of you are just coming to this realization of the creator vibe, and maybe some of you it hasn't even occurred to you yet. But either way, that's the path in this guidance, right? There's not, like I said, there's so many ways we can approach these things, but in this guidance, in this spread, that's one way. Okay, now we are getting ready to really solidify this knowledge and move forward to another level of understanding as it pertains to that which is sacred. Remember, I kind of lost track of that sacred card for a minute, but all of this process is backed by the divine, right? And so it's always, the divine is always on board with you. Either you are allowing it in and receiving it and listening to it and utilizing it by creating your path forward, or you're blocking it, right? You're forgetting, maybe you're stuck more in this mental energy, which that is not that is a completely human way of doing things. So there's nothing right or wrong about that. It's just that sometimes if you can observe and notice, oh yeah, my mind has been racing a lot lately. What about if I drop into the divine for a minute? What if I practice my meditation a little more often? What if I get out into nature and just appreciate and absorb all there is to know and love and see and feel in nature? Then you're shifting that mindset into that of a positive path forward. Okay, so really important that we kind of check ourselves every now and then if that mental part of us gets carried away, because it's super human to go there. And but we also have the ability to ease it up if we choose. Okay, the key to moving forward to this next level is the playfulness card. So right on the heels of celebration is keep having fun. Like, it's like, if you want to look at your life experience as a series of problems, you can, but that's not as fun, right? If you want to look at your life as a series of challenges, or opportunities for solution instead of problems, right? This is an opportunity for a solution. That's a forward thinking, a forward movement, instead of have so many problems, right? You get buried and weighed down by that, instead of, oh, I have all these opportunities to seek solutions, to move past conflict, to move past these seeming roadblocks. And along the way, I'm going to have fun. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun. It eases the whole path, right? And the creator and the divine are working in concert there to help you to seek the fun, to find the fun, to find the good feelings that come when you've approached a problem with a positive mindset. Oh, good. Let me figure out how to get past this. There's many ways to go about it, and this is just one way. Okay, Virgo. All right, now we get to this next level of awareness. After we've realized we could have fun with this if we chose, right? Then your landing point is friendliness. I love this. Look at how this is in line. So this friendliness card is kind of allowing what is. This could be, like, you could think of this as yourself and another person, or yourself and your challenges, right? Or your inner and your outer being, or you and the divine, whatever. It's just any two entities that can be, parallel or rooted right next to each other, are allowed to just be the fullness of their self with the support of the other, not with this throwing all my weight onto the other. These trees stand firm in who they are. Pink and yellow, where they cross, there's a little orange, right? There's a blending, but it's not, the pink doesn't take over and the yellow doesn't take over the other, right? It's a matter of just a nice, easy, each rooted in their own way, but supportive of one another. And this is a beautiful, beautiful landing point here for your next level of awareness as it pertains to the sacred, because you realize more and more that I can stand on my own and I can move through, all the seasons, right? With the support of the divine, or, my inner and outer being can be parallel with one another. I don't have to rely too heavily on one or the other. They can both be present, right? It's just a matter of allowing all of it to be, and remaining in your own roots. That's the key. Remaining rooted in your own way, and your, right? There's that creator vibe again, remaining there in the way you see fit for yourself. So I love this. Internally, the card that supports this card of friendliness is your inner voice. So your instinct, Virgo, is kind of waiting to become the force that moves you forward. If you're not already really relying on your intuition to make decisions and move forward, it's calling for you to remember, how it lands right underneath, right above the creator card, is a beautiful reminder that I have the power and I have the knowledge. I know the way, right? And I was going to say earlier how these three cards are aligned with this. My mental state is telling me I'm not fulfilled, or I'm not where I wanted to be, and I'm far away from the richness of my life. And it's a reminder, lighten up a little, enjoy what you do have some fun, and it firms up your place. It firms up your confidence, and that creator vibe. And it also helps you to realize there's a lot more to focus on than what I don't have, right? So love that alignment. And then your final card here is creativity. So that's beautiful. That's above the celebration card. So this is your ability to self-express, to whether it's through a concrete creative project or not, or just your words, or just your vibration, to be able to know that our creativity starts deep within us. Like, it's usually our second chakra energy. It's down low in the belly. It's really that's where our inspiration comes from, right? And even creating life, it starts in those lower chakras. So we tend to, not all of us, but some of us tend to forget that our decisions, we use our mind a lot. We always think all my decisions are coming from my mind. But if we open up those channels down to our gut instinct and pay attention, then we're realizing our decisions, they're coming from another place too, right? It ends up in our mind and maybe in our throat chakra, where we can express what we want to achieve. But it starts a lot lower. We got that inner voice, the creativity, and the creator, all three. And that's your power, right? That's your power. And there is a sacredness to that, because that's also where you're most connected to the divine, is within, right? So I'm loving this path for you, Virgo. I really feel, even though you feel like you may have some blocks moving forward, the focus is, what does my inner being want? How can I achieve that with the most ease? And don't forget to have fun in your life. Just have some fun. Lighten up, loosen up a little. It usually will lighten up all those like tighter edges that we have as well. And remember, like I said, this is not saying, oh, you're uptight, Virgo, or anything. This is just for those moments when you feel a little bit of the rub, a little bit of that tension. It's just for those moments for you to remember, you can create from this. You can create a solution from this, right? And always know that you're supported by the divine at all times. Okay. All right, Virgo, thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe and share and do all those things with my channel so that we can keep it going. And I'll see you guys real soon.